race upside down. Either that or race one was going to be run in reverse order, because so many of the fancied runners are at the back of the field. The answer, of course, was to be found in qualifying, and yesterday's qualifying for the sprint was an absolutely astonishing affair. Just to remind you, it's the one-shot showdown for the sprint race, which means the drivers get one lap only to set a time. Well, yesterday, seemingly half the field was either thrown out for technical infringements, they fell off the track during their fast lap, or in the case of old Vincent Rademacher here in the Vauxhall, well, he didn't even get onto the track at all because of mechanical problems. But it's not only at the back of the grid where there is sensation, John Watson. Hey, what about Rydell?
Thanks, Charlie. Well, midsummer is the time for all Swedes to celebrate, to party. And Rickard Rydell has done that. He's taken pole position. And Mr. Consistent, Anthony Reid, is alongside him on the front row. Alain Menu leading the championship on the second row alongside Tom Christensen, fresh from his Le Mans win. Jason Plato and Matt Neal in the independent Nissan on row 3. Tarquini and Morrison, Class B leader at row 4. Collard and Kay in their Class B cars, making a very interesting grid indeed. Norton and Thompson, who failed scrutineering in row 6. Lammer and Muller, who failed scrutineering in row 7. And then finally James and Rademacher, who never got out in qualifying at all.
Revs are up, we're ready for a start. Keep your eye on those Vauxhalls coming off the back of the grid, and James Thompson as well. And we are away, everybody away cleanly. Matt Neal moving to the inside of the field. There come James Thompson and the two Vauxhalls. But Rydell is very cleanly away. Anthony Reid right on his bumper into Hawthorne for the first time. Then it's Menu. We just saw a glimpse of Jason Plato, who's jumped up into 4th position. Stunning stuff. There he is now, on board with him. And McGrath through that carousel part of the circuit, through the chicane and onto the back straight. Great start from him up into 4th.
Plato not shabby out of the blocks, but he wants to get a hook on the back of those 3 Fords. He doesn't want to let them get away.
Well, he's right in touch with them at the moment, particularly Alain Menu. Hondas aren't far behind them either. There's Gabriele Tarquini, then James Thompson, and the two Vauxhalls, who all started off the back of the grid. They've made their way through, past the Class B runners, and are on the back of the leading Super Touring train. On board with Jason Plato again through Croft. Car gets a bit sideways there, and under brakes. That's Sunny in the first part of the corner, then Sunny out. That's the view back from Matt Neal's car, and we're looking at Tom Christensen. Christensen had a puzzling start. He was actually P4. Now he's back in position 6.
And it's also very clearly focused Matt Neal in his independent Nissan, who's moving forwards.
Well, he's on a roll indeed. Now in through the twiddly parts of the complex. This is where a lot of passing's done. The slowest corner there in touring car racing. That is the hairpin onto the pit straight. You can see Jason Plato there in 4th position. Matt Neal in 5th, being harried by a whole herd of Hondas. As he goes down the pit straight and across the strike for the first time, you can just see Neal's car there, the red Nissan, just behind the red Vauxhall and just in front of the red and white Honda. On board with Jason Plato again, trying to maximise his position. 4th place ahead of us is Alain Menu. Round the carousel, now through, big curb hopping both sides. Runs it, whoa, actually runs it very wide. An absolute tank slapper from Jason Plato, and he's off. Slide, slide, round and round we go. On the infield, and
well, Plato's gone off worse than a bag of prawns in the sun.
Here's the Class B battle. This is the battle for 2nd position. Morrison up in the lead. That's Collard and Kay really giving him some pressure in the Accord. Kay moves to the left-hand side by side as they come up towards the complex. Very tough defence there from Collard. Kay trying to slide down the inside. We've got to turn right now. Very, very muscular pass there from James Kay. Welcome to touring cars, Robert.
James Kay put the hard word on Collard. He could have given him more room on the exit, but he did the right thing in my view. He ran him out to the edge of the track just to say, here you are, and I am past you.
Yeah, and here he is now in front of Collard. This is the drag down the straight. Looks like they're getting plenty of horsepower out of that Honda Accord. But Collard's still in touch. You can see his wing mirror folded in there, courtesy of the passing manoeuvre from Kay. What can he do? Can he catch Morrison? Meantime, can Matt Neal catch Alain Menu? Menu coming under severe pressure. A big sideways slide there from Neal. And Menu as well. That's Sunny in, now Sunny out. The back half of that complex corner. Matt Neal really putting a big charge on.
Well, this is the best I've seen, I think, Matt Neal all year. It's focused, it's committed. And all of a sudden, the Nissan, which was the wonder car of last year, is beginning to look pretty good again as we get to the mid-season. Alain
Menu's mirrors will be full of it as well through this tight complex. Now onto the hairpin. Matt Neal seeing if he can actually get alongside. Can he? Almost alongside Alain Menu. Menu just shuts the door in time. Oh, speaking of shutting the door, that's Rademacher. He's through. He's past his teammate. We're on board with Van Muller, and Rademacher has slid through and is now pulling away down the pit straight.
And that certainly is not part of the game plan for Vauxhall. We've seen all year that Muller is the chosen son.
And here's Jason Plato wandering back. Very windswept look on the hairdo, but he's not a happy boy.
I think the face of Jason Plato says, it's time to be sorry, guys, I made that mistake.
Now look at the body language of Matt Neal's car as we move into the hairpin, and he's actually alongside Menu this time. Has he made it stick? Yes, he has! Wing mirrors flying, and Matt Neal is through. Now Tom Christensen is challenging Menu. On board with Menu, there's Christensen side by side down the pit straight. Christensen had the momentum. Menu's lost it. Now who's going to turn? We've got to turn right here. Christensen's held it. Bad stuff for Menu, tough stuff from Christensen.
Yeah, I mean, in 2 cars and in the space of 2 corners, something below par with Alan Menu. We'd normally expect to see him at the front, and if he's not at the front, he's certainly at the top of his game. Something not right for the Swiss this afternoon.
Begin. Engine's gone sick. Gone down the cylinder.
Big problem there for Kay.
Yeah, it's disappointment. James Kay has got a new engine for that Honda. Something's gone wrong down the cylinder, maybe something very simple. Hopefully, that's all it is.
It's definitely, he's getting closer to his teammate than he was a lap ago, but Rydell's absolutely got this in the bag. He can cruise from here, made it look easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we expected all year from Ricard Rydell. He had 2 pulls at Silverstone last rounds, couldn't capitalise on them. He's 2 pulls here this afternoon. He's managed 1 victory so far, and he'll be hard to deny the second.
And I'll tell you what, Ricard Rydell will be well pleased with that win, but his teammate Anthony Reid will be almost as pleased with second place because he just hung on. We just saw a big lunge from Matt Neal into the last corner. Wasn't enough. But this man's race, start to finish, nicely done, Ricard. Important for his championship hunt. Reedy, as we saw, in second place. Then the magnificent Matt Neal, third place, his first podium of the year. Christensen, 4th position. Well, he started there and finished there. That's not bad. And Alain Menu slipped back into 5th position. He won't be happy with that and will be scratching his head between races to work out what to do. Tarquini 6th, Thompson 7th, Muller, Rademacher, then Morrison makes the top 10.
Ricard, congratulations. That's more like it.
Yeah, I mean, after Silverstone, 2 pole positions, and I had a first and a second, but it was things beyond my control. Made me score almost no points at Silverstone, so we need